First and 10 from the 37 for Florida State. Akers breaking through. Akers cutting back to his right. Racing to the pylon. Akers with a stiff arm. Akers into the end zone. Cam Akers fought off Scoop Bradshaw. Touchdown. Florida State, 63 yards.
Tate in motion. 3rd down and 2. Akers bursts through. Cam Akers on the run for the touchdown.
A great tradition, planning a spear. Akers made a move. Akers down the sideline, trying to accelerate away from the orange. Touchdown, Cam Akers.
That's out on the edge against the corners, but you can maybe try to get something upfield.
Akers breaks free. Cam Akers in the clear. Foot race. And they finally spin him down at the 5. The electric play.
Again, I think regardless of their outcome, this is a team you got to talk about. And if you have them on your schedule, you got to watch out.
Watch out for this.
Right here.
Now with the screen, has blockers in front of him. 25, 20, cuts it back. Inside the 15, has one more blocker. Can he get into the end zone? Yes!
Wow, and we have the crowd likes that one.
Right there, number 3, Cam Akers. We've heard it all week. Got to get the ball into his hands. Got to let our playmakers make plays, and they did.
You get these big offensive linemen out in front of the screen, and look at Terry running downfield, trying to find an extra block. There's too much.
Akers scored a touchdown in that first half. They'll feed it to him again. Look out. Cam Akers. Touchdown. 58 yards to the house.
Stretch it. And they hand it off to Akers. First down and more. Inside the 20-yard line. A house call for Akers. Touchdown, no. By Akers making the guy miss. Then accelerating all the way to the end zone. But that's a play on 4th and short that Ezekiel Noah has to make in a critical day.
I'm not sure he doesn't get to that 40-yard line.
Akers straight ahead. He takes off. Cam Akers. Touchdown. Well, you had said it 30 seconds ago that it was his time of the night, and he breaks free.
In the moment.
Yeah, they've been covered in both situations. Screen pass. Akers to the sideline. Looking for the pylon. He's got it. A Florida State touchdown, and oh, did the Noles need that.
State's offense, you get your best player out in space, Harrison blocking, Gavin blocking, Neighbors blocking.
For James Blackman, looking to throw. Now looking to move. Great pass there, it's Akers. Akers, he dives in for the touchdown. They get it to number 3 again. Terrific effort by Blackman to find him. A 19-yard touchdown.
Accurate throw to allow Cam Akers to stay on the run. And he's just too good in the open field.
The Seminoles offense.
They fake the pitch to Matthews. Francois gets drilled. His pass caught. One-handed touchdown. Cam Akers. What a grab.
The sophomore running back.
It takes a toll on those guys that are tackling him, but it also takes a toll on him.
Cam Akers taking a toll on ULM. Touchdown.
Akers with the cutback. Missed tackle. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Riles told us about Akers is he is not going to get knocked down on the first tackler. Thick thighs. He's got great elusive.
Play of the drive. Akers. He'll score on the ground. 13th rushing score of the year for Akers is a 13-yard touchdown.
Cam Akers with the cutback inside the 5. Touchdown, Florida.
themselves in positive yardage positions and picking up for the first down so they can use their tempo.
Well, there goes Akers. That's the first time he's been able to crease the Miami.
For Florida State, including the freshman Akers, who's checked into the game, and this run busts down the sideline for a nice game.
I-75 South. I'll be listening to that game back as I go back to Tampa.
Breaking free and into the secondary is Cam Akers, and breaking tackles run out around the 20.
They'll go back to the ground here, and it is Akers, the true freshman, staying in bounds, and then lowering the boom on the defender. A flag comes in.
He's poised and he's mentally tough. Cam Akers into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Now we're going to have an offsides call. Free play here for Blackman. And there's no defender for Akers. He'll walk into the end zone. Touchdown. Let's make sure it's an offsides.
State defense. Cam Akers on first down. Jockeys to the outside. Gets a block from Murray. And is just...
Job by those guys up front today in this game.
Yardage coming in chunks now. There's 14 more, and here goes Akers. Touchdown and a career-high fourth score.
Akers in the backfield. It'll be Cam Akers into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Stops. We get to the pylon, he does.
That kind of discrepancy. There goes Akers, and he's going to stroll into the end zone. Touchdown.
He has been on point so far in this football game. Hands it off to Akers. Touchdown, Seminoles. Got to feed number 3. And they're rolling some hot dice right now. Second touch.
Blitz from the Wolfpack. Blackman to Akers for the touchdown. Off the back foot, he was able to...
Wildcat, Francois is split out, and Akers will keep with a nice move. He'll score. Touchdown, Cam Akers. So Florida State.
Those are the plays that James Blackman needs to make if he wants to stay the starting quarterback.
Akers room to run. He's down the left side. Scampering out of bounds.
Gets on. Little quick snap and into the end zone.
And it's twice in a row. Same play, same idea. Akers right up the middle. And his...
Akers, touchdown, and Florida State has the lead.
Plays made in this game. Akers behind Israel. Breaks the tackle, cuts it to the outside. Tremendous speed down to the 50.
DJ Matthews come in, make another huge block. Right here, he springs the crease for Cam Akers. It doesn't look like...
Look at the throw for the end zone, and caught. Touchdown! Akers! And FSU back in front.
They takes over on the 23, and they run the ball. Nice hole. Akers bouncing off tacklers, and he's free at midfield. Into Kane territory. The true freshman, not the quarterback, but it's
big now for Florida State down the stretch.
He's having a career day with 179 yards rushing. The catch is made. It's Akers up to midfield and just barely.
With respect to their starting quarterbacks, Blackman getting the start, hands it off to Cam Akers for Florida State. They're out of the gate quickly. A first down for Akers all the way into Louisville territory.
Pretty stout dude.
Cordy will have to come out for a play. Big block up the middle. Cam Akers tripped up at the 5.
Does the same thing.
Here's Blackman again from the pocket. Dumps it to Akers. Steps away from Richardson. Akers down the near sideline and banged out of bounds near the 20.